In this video, I'll be showing you my full wash day routine for hair growth, a healthy and clean scalp, and soft and moisturized hair. My scalp is just so itchy. There's so much buildup, so much gunk, like it really needs to be washed. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is flaking. It's dry and it really needs to be taken care of. I like to section off my hair into about 6 sections. It's easier for me to actually get to my scalp and really make sure that it's nice and clean. So I'm just using these butterfly clips that I got from, I think, the beauty supply store. And that is just going to keep my hair sectioned and away while I wash my hair. So because my hair has so much buildup, because I've been using a lot of mousse and gels, I'm definitely going to be clarifying my hair today. Clarifying shampoo that I'm using is one by L'Oreal. It's the Everpure, and I recently spoke about it in a video that I did, the best shampoos for low porosity hair. So all my hair is sectioned up and put away. I'm gonna work with the front section so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. Turn on the water and get this section fully saturated. All right, so I'm just gonna start wetting this section first before I add any product. And kind of work that water in. All right, so now that that section is wet, that's when I'm gonna go in with the shampoo. And really work it through my hands first and then apply it to my hair. Here we are, just working it through and really focusing on my roots. So this shampoo, it lathers so much. You're gonna see it's gonna start to get really sudsy in a moment. Just using the pads of my fingers and really getting the shampoo into my scalp, because that's where I need it. The scalp and the roots have so much product. And this usually takes me a few minutes to do because my hair is so greasy. And of course, if your hair is really bad, then you want to do 2 shampoos. So I would finish working this in, making sure everything is clean, and then rinse it out and do the same thing. With clarifying shampoos, they are going to strip your hair of moisture. So you want to make sure that you are following up with a deep conditioner afterwards, because your hair is going to feel dry. And that's what clarifying shampoos, they really remove everything that's on there. And I don't use them often because I don't need to. I don't get product buildup like this often. I only have so much buildup now because of all the gel I was using to do my kinky twist. So you want to split the hair and make sure to get in there. All right, so I think that this section is done. Going in with my water again and rinsing that out. Just gonna do a quick second shampoo. This time I'm just really focusing on the roots and not really the length of my hair. Of course the soap is gonna go down the length, but my focus is my roots. So once that shampoo is out, I am going to follow up with deep conditioning. So the deep conditioner that I'm using is the one by JVN. It's the Nurture Intense Hydration Mask. And you guys can see, I'm just gonna take a generous amount of that. I probably will go back in and add a little bit more, but I'm just gonna work it into my hands, really work it in there, and then I'm going to apply it to the length of my hair, avoiding the scalp. You don't wanna get your deep conditioner on your scalp. If you're someone like me and you have an oily scalp, this stuff is gonna, doesn't matter, deep conditioner, it's gonna stick to your scalp, and then you end up with buildup on your scalp. So I try my best not to get it on my scalp. I get it as close as possible to my roots, of course, because I want the hair up there to be softened and moisturized as well as the length. And of course, I definitely need a little bit more. So going back in, working it into my hands, and then applying it to the hair. I saw a hairdresser mention that you should really be working your products in your hands first before applying it to your hair. And I forgot what the reason was behind it. definitely do notice a difference. It activates it. I don't know, but try it out and see if it makes a difference. But I have been doing that lately with all of my products. It like warms it up as well. So if you have low porosity hair, warming up your products in your hands before putting it into your hair is definitely a game changer. It helps your hair to accept it a lot easier as well. So I'm just working it into my hair, and of course splitting as I go so that every strand is covered. And that's that. So make sure those ends are covered as well. If you want, go back in with a little bit more and get those ends. The ends are the weakest, they are the oldest, the most fragile part of your hair, and it breaks the easiest. So let's make sure that we are taking care of the entire length of our hair. Does anyone else put their hair on the wall? I do that so it doesn't go down in the drain, because then I gotta go and get myself some Drano. So this section is done. So as you guys can see, it is done. What I do is I just twist that section up and put it away. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the other sections. Gonna shampoo, add my deep conditioner, and then I will be back to show you guys how I detangle and rinse it out. So that's that. That's gonna sit there and marinate for about 10-15 minutes while I do the rest of my head. Of course, if you have less hair than me, you can work in one section, 2 sections. You don't have to do so many sections. But my hair is so thick, I really want to be able to get to my scalp, especially because I have so much buildup. So that's why I work in 6. Usually I do about 4. But today I really want to get in there and really make sure that my scalp is clean, because it has been so itchy with all the gel that's been building up on it that I really want to make sure it's clean. So I will be back when my whole entire head is covered in deep conditioner. I'll show you guys how I rinse it out. Alright guys, so as you can see, my head is covered in deep conditioner, and it stays in for about 10-15 minutes while, you know, I do the rest of my head. So now it's time to rinse this out. So what I do is I like to lightly wet the section and then detangle. So I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to start with the front, since that's what I started with. And what I do is I just lightly wet that section. I first start off with the wide tooth comb. I start with the ends and I work my way up. So the reason why I lightly wet it softens the hair a little bit. It makes it easier to detangle, because after the deep conditioner sits in your hair for so long, of course it starts to dry up. So adding a little bit of water just makes things a little bit easier. So I'm going to split this section a little bit smaller because it has quite a bit of tangles in the roots. So literally just taking my time. Oh yeah, there's a lot of tangles up here. So really just need to take your time. And that's the thing with protective styles. After protective style, I have so many knots, versus when I don't do a protective style, I don't have to deal with all these knots. So that section is done, that one little section that I just did. I'm gonna go over it one more time just to make sure. Oop, nope, there's a knot. So honestly, you just have to take your time. So I start at the bottom and then I work my way up, and now you guys can see the comb is gliding through. All right, so I'm just gonna flip that on that side, and I'm gonna work on this section. And this is why I work in sections, because it just makes things so much easier, especially when you have thick hair, especially when you have knots and tangles. Okay, this section, as you can see, no complaints. Nice. I also maybe do for a bit of a trim. The last time I did one was end of October, so I am due for a trim. So next I'm going in with a smaller tooth comb. It is my I call it a shampoo detangler brush. I sell it in my online store, Wake Up Curly. Ooh, I don't know if I have any more. I'm not sure. I think someone bought the last one. But anyways, it's my little shampoo brush. If you guys do want one, definitely let me know and I'll restock. This is just to make sure all the tangles, all the knots are gone. So as you guys can see, this is just gliding through. This section wasn't really knotty anyways. So yeah, super detangled. So I actually want to come in a little bit closer so you guys can see how detangled my hair really is. Hopefully it will focus on the hair and not my face. Look at that, hair is super detangled. So slowly making my way to my roots, as you guys can see, and the comb is just The brush is just gliding through, like no tears. So that's it. Really easy. And I just make sure that it's completely detangled, which it is, and yeah, it is. Look at all that. So, oops. So now that it is detangled, I am going to split it in half and twist it in two. Sorry, not twist it in two, just twist it in one section. Usually I would do the rest of my head and then rinse out, but I just want to quickly show you guys what I do. I usually leave it in its twist while I'm rinsing it out, so that way it doesn't tangle up while it's shrinking and getting wet, if you know what I mean. So I usually wash my hair while it's still in twist. And as I'm rinsing out the conditioner, I am going in and making sure to rub my scalp. I do have an oily scalp, and conditioner and products tend to just stick to my scalp, so I do take my hand, get in there, and rinse. So I'm just going to show you guys what I do in a second. I want to go ahead and do the next one. So again, let's take that clip out. It's kind of tangled here. It got tangled with the other section. You can see there's definitely some knots in the center, but we're going to take care of that in a second. Again, let's wet the hair lightly, just push a little wet. So I just want to show you guys the hair that I lost from that last section. That's what I lost, so not a whole lot. So we're going to start at the bottom. And then working my way up. This section doesn't seem to be too bad. Okay, the knots are in the middle and at like the roots, so that's where I gotta slow it down a little bit. But as you guys can see, this section, boom, it's detangled. So let's go up a little bit higher and see what's going on up here. Okay, not too bad. Definitely a lot better than the front. I don't know what was going on in the front section. Yeah, this is better. Okay, and start the ends. And as you guys can see, it's just going through, like, look at that. It's just gliding through. So let's go up to the roots, make sure that's good. And I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but I am detangling in many different directions. So I'm tangling the back, detangling the back. I'm going on the top and detangling. I'm going in the front and detangling. I even sometimes go underneath and detangle. So yeah, my hair is thoroughly detangled. There is no knots. So when I get out the shower and I'm ready to moisturize my hair, like, I'm not dealing with all of this. All of this is taken care of. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those ends. All right, this section is good. All right, you guys, so I am going to do the rest of my head, and I will be back when I'm rinsing it all out so you guys can see what I do. So just twisting this section up. My hair feels so good. This is why I love using the JVN hydrating mask. It is really hydrating. It really softens and moisturizes your hair. It's really good. I really love it. It is on the pricey side, I know that, but it works really, really well. All right, guys, so I know I look crazy right now, but my hair is completely detangled, all twisted up. This side is probably untwisting because that's the side I did first. So now it's time to rinse. I think I'm actually going to undo my twist so that way I don't have to work in sections anymore. So let's just undo these twists. Oops. Okay, there we go. This is what my hair is looking like. It's so thick and so soft. Oh my goodness, it is so soft. So soft. All right, so it's time to rinse this out. So I rinse my hair with warm water. I do not use cold water. So warm water helps my hair to stay soft. If I use cold water, my hair is going to be dry. It's gonna feel dry and brittle. So I always make sure to use warm water. So water's nice and warm. And we're gonna go ahead and rinse this out. So as I'm rinsing, I'm lifting my hair so that way I can get all the root conditioner out that may be in my roots, that may have gotten onto my scalp. I try my best not to get it on my scalp, but sometimes it just gets on there. So you just want to do your best to get it all out. Really defined. My hair is really soft. Oh my goodness, I could feel, oh, there's a twist here. Gotta make sure that there's no product in it. But yeah, you guys can see how nice my curls are, how juicy and defined they are. The shampoo made sure to get rid of any buildup, and then the conditioner provided the moisture that my hair needs. If only a wash and go would just dry like this at this length. So that is how I shampoo and deep condition my hair. If you guys want to see videos on how like I moisturize and all of that, definitely let me know. But for now, that is how I do my wash day. Giving you guys a final look at my hair. This is what it looks like.